Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the transmission of heat. In the previous class, we have studied about the heat, concept of heat. We will study about the thermometer. We will study about the temperature. Yes. In this way, we have studied different topics. Today we will discuss about the transmission of heat. This transmission of heat we have already studied in grade 7 also. Let's today also the some of the terms which is very important in grade 8. So what is that transmission of heat? Transmission means what? Transfer. First of all, here the word is given. What is transmission? Transmission is transfer. What is transfer? Transfer means what? As you know, heat is always what? Flow from higher temperature to lower. Already previously I told you about this one in another class. So what is that? Where that transfer? What is that? It means heat is always transferred from where? Hotter body to colder body in the same body. So no. So what is that? The transmission of heat? Transmission of the heat means the process of transfer of heat energy or the flow of heat energy from a body to a higher temperature to the lower body at the lower temperature. That is called what? Transmission of heat. It means heat is always transferred from where? From hotter body to colder body in the same body. So no, that is the what? What is flow? Heat energy flows. That is called what? Transmission of heat. Once again, transmission of heat means what? The flow of heat energy from higher temperature means those bodies who have higher temperature and another body is lower temperature at the time from higher body to lower body transfer, but not lower temperature to higher temperature. Suppose somebody's temperature, here is the two people, okay. Now his temperature is 38 degrees Celsius, okay, and his temperature is now 30 degrees Celsius. Yes. Now when these bodies come with a contact to each other, when the bodies come to the contact to each other, at that time what will happen? The heat started to transfer from this body. So this is the name A and this is body B. It means at that time what will happen? From the A it transfer, because A is the hotter body and B is the what? Colder body. Not the B to A. It is not. Because heat energy is always flows from where? From higher temperature to lower temperature. That is called what? Transmission of heat. That is called what? Transmission of heat. Now, another example I will show you. Suppose you are suffering from the fever. So no, at that time what will happen? The normal people, when this touch his forehead, at that time he feel hot. It means what? That patient who is suffering from the fever, he has hotter body, and the persons who observe his forehead, he has what? Colder body. Yes, it means that time the heat transfer from the hotter body to colder body. At that time he determined that what? He is suffering from fever. Yes. So what is the transmission of heat? Transmission of heat means the process of flow of heat energy from higher body to lower body. So this process takes place from one part of the body to another part of same body. It means it is same body, not in the different body. Okay? It means what? The process that which take place from one part of the body to another part of the body. That is what? Transmission of heat. So the transmission of the heat are the mainly, they are distinct in the mode of transmissions. There are three types. One is conduction, convection and radiations. What is that conduction? What is the convection? And what is this radiation? These three are the process of transmission of heat in a different ways. Yes? What are they? Conduction, convection and radiations. I will show you one by one what is conduction, what is convection and what is radiations with example. Okay? Now conduction. Another, the one of the what? Process of transmission of heat is conduction. What is that conduction? First of all, conduction. Conduction means it is the process of transmission of heat. What is conduction? It is the process of transmission of heat. Yes, it means in the conduction process, this process, in the conduction process, mainly it is occurred in the solid substance, because the solids are made of what? Packed molecules. You know, means they are very hard and the molecules in the solid are very closely packed. Yes. So this type of the conduction process is mainly occurred in where? In solid substance. So what is this conduction? Conduction means the process of transmission of heat without actual movement of molecules. If the heat is transferred, if the heat energy is transferred from one point to another point, one place to another place without the actual movement of the molecules, that is called what? Conduction. Just to show that in the conduction process, that is occurred by that vibrating the molecules to neighboring molecules. Suppose here you will see this is the solid substance, okay, and when you heat it, here when you heat it, the molecules are the very closely packed, as you know, in the where in the solid substance. It means when the one molecules are heated, it started to vibrate, and when it started to vibrate, it also heats the neighboring molecules. This is the neighboring molecules. There it started to vibrate. When this heated, once again it heated another molecules. In this way, what will happen? This becomes hotter, and this body is now still cold at that time. What will happen? They started to heating the one to another molecules, and heat is transferred. In this method, no physical movement of the particles within the material medium take place. No any movement. So first of all, conduction is means the process of transmission of heat from one point to another point without actual movement of molecules, without changing the molecules. If the heat is transferred, that is called what? Conduction. Suppose take one example. Take this marker and give to one of the students, and without changing its position, we have to pass this marker, okay, to one another. And last, what will happen? After the passing, same mark will become at the end point. It means what? The students are not changing its position, although this marker is what? Transferred. It means this, why I am saying this is now heat energy, and heat energy is transferring from one point to another point without actual movement of, without any physical movement of the students. That marker is passed at the end. So at the same process here also, in the conduction process also, the each molecules, each neighboring molecules are vibrating to each other. When it is heated, it has started to what? Vibrate to each other molecules, and it into last point. In this way, what is in this process? What is with heat energy is transferred from one point to another point. That I will show you now one experiment here. So no. Now I will show you here. Take one glass rod, take one rod with a stand. This is your stand. Take a stand, fix the iron rod by the help of a stand. Now take the candle, fix the candle on the where? On the iron rod. Here is a burner. Here is a burner, Means in this diagram you have seen clearly that the molecules are the candles which is attached to the iron rod. It started to fall down from point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Why I first of all, which point of the nail will fall down? 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. Yes or no? So what is the reason? It means at the first point, starting point, the molecules are heated, and if the molecules are heated and started to transfer from hotter body towards the colder body. So that first of all, which pin will fall down? Pin number 1, because the heat started to transfer from point A to point B like this. So the first of all, the molecules of this part will be fall down, heated, and when it heated, it will fall down. Second, third, fourth, fifth, and last one. What will happen? The sixth pin will be fall down. In this way, means the molecules are, the physical movement is there. Is there any physical movement? The molecules? No. There is no any physical movement of the molecules. Only they are vibrating to each other. And when they vibrate, start to vibrate to each other, what will happen? The heat transfer. So conduction is also the one of the what? Process of transmission of heat or the flow of heat energy from one point to another point without any actual movement of molecules. That is called what? Conduction. Okay. Now another process is convection. What is that convection? Okay, now convection process. This is the second way, or this is the second process of transmission of heat, or there is a second stage for the flow of heat energy. That is what? Convection. This convection is the process of transmission of heat in which the molecules are changing. There is a actual movement of molecules. It means there is a change in physically. The molecules are changed in physically. That is called what? That is the convection process. It means in this process you have seen or take a beaker. Okay, take a beaker. Now heat it. You have to heat this beaker and keep an amount of water. And when you heat this beaker, after a few minutes, you will see that the molecules are interchanging. The molecules are interchanging because the surface, they are heated, and this surface, when it is heated, it rises up, and the cold air which is present in the beaker, that is goes at the bottom. It means the molecules number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The molecules are what happen? They are interchanging its position. That means what? With the actual movement of molecules. It means you have seen here there is a movement of the molecules on Earth. In the water, you have seen there is a what? The movement of the molecules. Yes, that is what? Convection process. What is that? Convection process. So what is the convection process? The process of transmission of heat with actual movement of molecules. The process of transmission of heat by the actual movement of molecules of the medium, that is called what? Convection process. So we have seen here the molecules are interchanging its position while heating. Okay, they are changing its positions. When heated, it rises up. When the cold air goes down. When it is heated, it rises. It means physically the positions are interchanging to each other. It means this is what example of what? Convection process. Now example, you will see the sea breeze, the air blowing. Yes, in the daytime you have seen sea to land, and in night what is land to sea. That is the gentle air blowing. Yes, that is also the what? The process of what? Convection process. What is that? Convection process. Another, you can take a cartoon of engines and make one rectangular shape of it, and you make it one what? Cardboard, like this. This is a cardboard. Okay, make a hole here. Okay, two holes, and in one hole we have to keep a burner. Inside this you have to keep the burner. Okay, and another time we have to take the centered sticks. Okay, this is the centered sticks, burning centered sticks, and this is made of what? It is formed like as a glass. Okay, now after the sometimes this is the intake and this is the air. Now when we burn the candles or in burners, at that time what happened? The movement, the presence in this, the air present in this cartoon, in this box, what will happen? It heated and rise up. Okay, and rises up. Now this become the vacuum. After that, what will happen? The cold air started to come here, and they take some smokes with them. Yes, there. After that, what will happen? When it is this once again heated, it rises up. It comes and rises up. It means the molecules which is present in outer of number 1 molecules, 2, 3. These all are comes now here 1, here 2, here 3. The molecules are present, and these molecules once again goes here 1, 2, 3. It means there is a movement of the what? Molecules. This is also the what? One of the best examples for what? Convection process. What is the convection process? The process of transmission of heat with actual movement of molecules. That is called what? Convection. Now another is radiations. Now another is third one is that is the radiations. This radiation is also the one of the process of transmission of heat. But in this, in conduction, convection, the molecules are affected. Without the molecule movement. In the convection, molecules are movement. But in radiations, there is no any effect in medium. Without any effect the medium. It means without any actual movement of molecules or without the movement of the molecules. If the heat are transferred from one body to hotter body to colder body, that is called what? Radiations. What is radiations? The process of transmission of heat from hotter body to the colder body without affecting the medium, that is called what? Radiation. Without any affecting the medium, when the heat is transferred from one point to another point, that is called what? Radiations. In this process, material medium is not essential for the required. To transfer of the heat, you have seen in the conduction and convection process, material medium is required. But in this radiations, there is no any requirement of water, any material mediums. So, just to take the example of sun. The ray of the light of the sun, they do not need what? Any medium. So it is also it can also take part in the vacuum also, from the atmosphere also. Yes, in the atmosphere there is no any presence of the air. Although what will happen? The heat transfer, the heat energy but transfer. We have seen another heater. We have seen the heater. Also, the radiations and the radiation processes take place. So it is also the take place in the vacuums, and heat energy is propagated in the straight line. Heat energy always propagated in the straight line with a speed of the light, that is the 3 lakh kilometer per second. In a per second, 3 lakhs kilometer. 3 lakhs kilometer in per second. So the speed of the what? Heat energy propagated in the, it always propagated in where? In the straight lines with the what? With the speed of light. that is the 3 lakh kilometer per second. Okay, so these all are the what are the process, three process of transmission of heat, conduction, convection and radiations. Okay, and you from this topic you can do the several kinds of the experiments will be asked in the questions. So an experiments of the convection process take place. Yes or no? How the conduction process take place. Yes or no? How the convection process takes in the air also. Just I have shown you the smokes. Yes or no? Better in the diagram. That types of questions will be asked. Another question is what is conduction, what is convection, and what is radiations definitions. Okay, this type of the question will be asked in this from this topic. What is transmission of heat? Okay, thank you class.